Hello and welcome to That's Football. This is my first ever stand-up comedy show because today we will be ripping the piss out of Arsenal Football Club. Now, seriously though, it is Arsenal versus Manchester City in the league this time, not in the League Cup. It's going to be an interesting game. Obviously, Arsenal lost 3-0 in the League Cup final the other day. I did do it with you guys, the stream, nothing else, just the stream. I did the stream with you guys, and to be honest, Arsenal were appalling, weren't they? They really were appalling. Defensively, they were shocking. Going forward, they were lacklustre. Their effort levels were zero. And Wenger, once again, has been questioned so much. So, look, today is... I was going to say it's do or die for Arsene Wenger and Arsenal Football Club, but it's not, is it? At the end of the day, Arsene Wenger's got away with murder in the past few years, and if he loses tonight, he's not going anywhere, Arsenal fans. So, yeah. Anyway, welcome, chaps. How you doing? Are we live? I hope we are live. Yo, Sander, United Devils fan channel, how are you doing? Sports HQ says we're live. We are good. Comments are coming in. No lag, I hope. All good. Very nice. Brendan says, Man City going to win. I would be that way inclined as well. But I did see someone in the comments, I'm not sure who it was. I did see someone in the comments saying they could see an upset. They could see Arsenal winning today. And if we're trying to see it from that side, obviously we can all go, look, City are going to batter Arsenal today, and that is the obvious way to go, isn't it? But if we're going to, we're going to try and see it from the other side of it. Arsenal, they could play Mkhitaryan today. Mkhitaryan was cup tied during the week. They've got Aubameyang and Mkhitaryan together, that partnership that, Arsenal fans were so hopeful for when they signed them. They are going to be hungry after the loss in the cup final. That they can't put another lacklustre performance in today, because if they do, Arsenal fan TV will be going mental. So they have to be driven more so than they might have been in the week. I'm trying to clutch at straws at this point because I do really think that City are going to win today, but we'll be here to see how it goes. Matthew McFadden says City have beaten Arsenal only once at the Emirates in the league. Still think they'll lose. I think so as well. Get your score predictions in chat. Sport JQ says 3-0 City. I'm actually going to go with... Oh, it's so difficult. It is so difficult. I'm going to go with... let's not be silly. Let's just go with a 3-1 City win. Zeno's gone with a 2-1 City win. Chris says, on the United stand in 25 minutes. Pretty good, pretty good. Reggie says, watched. What's your prediction? Just said it. I reckon 3-1 at Manchester City. Purely because, look, I was going to go with an upset, if you will. Arsenal going to win, like for the reasons I just explained. But for me, let's not be silly. We've said that all season about Manchester City. Oh, they're going to crumble. Today is going to be the upset. And we've only seen a few upsets, haven't we? We've seen Liverpool beat them, Wigan beat them. They've drew to Palace and Everton and drew to lost to a Moscow, I think it was, team in the Champions League. So, their track record shows us that we shouldn't doubt them, and therefore today I'm not. Nathan Da Vinci, obviously a Spurs fan, says 6-0 City. 3-2 Arsenal, says Pankaj. Owen says 2-0 City. Ananthu, how you doing, buddy? Michael Foley says 3-3. I tell you what, that'd be fantastic to watch, wouldn't it? What are the lineups? Brilliant. Fezam, thank you for reminding me. Obviously, I have got the lineups up here for you. Let me just read them out for you now. There have been a few changes. Petr Cech comes back in goal. Hector Bellerin starts on the right. They play 4 at the back rather than what they played 5 in midweek. Mustafi and Koscielny, so Mustafi keeps his place after that shocking mistake midweek. Chambers obviously misses out. Kolasinac is brought in over Monreal, but that is due to injury. Obviously, we saw Monreal go off about 20 minutes in, I think it was, midweek. Aaron Ramsey and Xhaka as a midfield too. Let me know if we've got any Arsenal fans or anyone. I really do worry about that midfield. Aaron Ramsey and Granit Xhaka to defend against, the likes of Gundogan, David Silva and Kevin De Bruyne in City's midfield. There is no way they have enough quality, defensive stability, discipline, strength, pace to deal with that City midfield. I think that's an absolutely shambolic Arsenal midfield, but we'll go with it. Henrik Mkhitaryan on the right, Ozil at number 10, Danny Welbeck on the left. Obviously, Lacazette is out injured, with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang up front for Arsenal. So that strike force looks quite nice. Be interesting to see how Ozil, Henrik Mkhitaryan and Aubameyang combine and play together in a big game like this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they've actually played a top 6 side so far, those three together. Obviously, Danny Welbeck's obviously got something to prove. But he has his whole career, isn't he? He's, like I said midweek, he's a fantastic player on the ball. You know, beating plays, he's got pace, he's got skill. But once he gets in front of goal, he's bloody Bambi on ice, isn't he? He cannot shoot, he loses his head. And I think Rashford's very similar. I think you can see Rashford's career going the same way Danny Welbeck's has. But, you know, don't want to piss off any United fans. As for the City side, it's Ederson in goal as per. Danilo at left back, Otamendi, Company and Walker as that back four. I mean, that's impermeable, isn't it? You just can't get through it. David Silva, Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne in the midfield. And then Leroy Sané, Sergio Aguero and Bernardo Silva up front. It is what dreams are made of. On the bench, they've got John Stones, Laporte, Gabriel Jesus, Phil Foden and Yaya Toure. Arsenal have got Rob Holding, Alex Iwobi, Callum Chambers, Maitland-Niles, El Neni and Nketiah. Sorry, right? Realistically, if Arsenal want to bring attacking, if they want to make attacking substitution, they've got, I don't know where Nketiah plays, but they've got Nketiah, Alex Iwobi and Maitland-Niles. Sorry, I mean, let me know, Arsenal fans and everyone else. What do you think about that Arsenal bench? It is absolutely shambolic. I just can't get over that. If they're behind and they want to try and change the game, they've got to bring in bloody Iwobi, Nketiah, or bloody, what's his name? Maitland-Niles. Ridiculous, ridiculous. Anyway, Amef says don't compare Rashford with Welbeck. I knew that was the reaction I was going to get. My opinion on that is just that Rashford and Welbeck, for me, are very similar. They've both got extreme pace. They're very good at beating a man. But once they get in front of goal, they lose their head. And they just like lash at it. I see very similar qualities in Rashford as they do in Welbeck. It's a big call, but that's my opinion. Jared says oil money. I think you know what we're referring to there. Nathan says pathetic. It is a pathetic bench. Yeah, Pratik says poor bench, isn't it? If that was whoever you support, if that was Spurs, Manchester United, whoever you support, if that was your bench, you'd be fuming. You'd be, if you go 1-0 down and you've got 10 minutes to go, you'd be looking at your bench going, bloody hell. I mean, that is appalling, isn't it? Sander, have you seen the leaked pics of the Manchester United away kit? The pink one, I like it. I do like it. Mixing it up today. Glass of milk. Do what I want, mate. They have no cojones, says Vinny Chapman. Rashford is Welbeck 2.0. Let me know, do you guys agree on that? It's another talking point. Probably more for the United stand, but obviously I think it's an interesting one nonetheless. I fancy Arsenal tonight, says Retha. Interesting. Guys, let me know, obviously, we've done predictions. Let me know who you guys support. Because I know Nathan, I know a few of you, right? Obviously, likes of Matthew McFadden, Jared, Pankaj. You guys obviously understand Nathan supports Spurs and the rest supports Man United. But I'm wondering, if you don't support Man United, who do you support? Because this is a generic fan channel for fans all over the world supporting a variety of different clubs. So get involved, let me know, and have a bit of banter. Kieran McDonald says, are you in sick form? I am indeed, pal. Wenger out, says Jay. The teams are about to line up. Interesting quote for you guys. I want to get your reaction on this. Wenger, we've got about, 5 minutes until kickoff. So, up to that point, let's talk about this quickly. Wenger said today, I think it was, a quote came out today saying something along the lines of, I don't, whether I leave the club or not has always been my decision. It's part of my job. What do you think of that? Take it away, chaps. My personal opinion, I think he's sort of earned that right. Obviously, if I was Arsene Wenger and I had that track record, I wouldn't necessarily be over the moon. I feel like I've done a good job, a very good job, because Arsenal prior to Arsene Wenger, when, their league finishes were pretty dire. So in terms of that, he's done a good job. But with the amount of time he's been at the club and the club that Arsenal, has become because of him, in recent years, in 10 years maybe, those Arsenal sides have not been good enough. They've been below par. And, you know, what he did before that with the Invincibles, the 3 league titles, etc., is brilliant. And therefore, you know, I feel like he deserved the right to stay in the job and deserves that respect and to be allowed to do whatever he wants, essentially. And feel like, you know, when he wants to go, then he was allowed to go. But Arsenal fans in general, what do you think of that? If that was your was that your manager, how do you feel about it? Let me know. Dr. Trolley says title is still on. It's not, mate. Wenger has to go and they should bring in Ancelotti, Danny Lawton. That was obviously a big rumour, Ancelotti. I think I have seen him watching a few Arsenal games in the stands. But I saw on Twitter the other day that Thierry Henry is dubbed to be a favourite for the Arsenal managerial position. I don't think it would be wise. I think it would be a massive risk, and if it paid off, it'd be unbelievable. But he's got no managerial experience. I know he's the assistant coach at Belgium, but he's only been doing that for a year or so. I think the Arsenal reasoning for that was because the Arsenal board wanted a manager which the fans could really connect with the club again and fall in love again with the club. And I understand that, and like I said, it'd be a risk. If it pays off, it would be a very, very good one. But let me know what you guys think of that as well. Reggie says, I don't even support Arsenal or City. I support Leicester. Reggie, fantastic. You know, you're massively welcome here. James Shaw says to support Manchester City. Fantastic, James. If you guys haven't already, James, I don't recognise your name. I do apologise. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button in that corner, or the subscribe ticker is in that corner. Just hit it. We're trying to grow this channel into something bigger and greater than it already is. And it's all about the community in the comments, as you guys will well know. So get involved, subscribe. Obviously, we're on 23,000 subscribers in 25. Let's get that to 23,100 today. That would be fantastic to do. So yeah, like I said, like the video, share it to get other people involved, and subscribe if you're new. Very good. City don't have a defensive midfield, yeah, but the thing is, that Thabo Balora commented that, and the thing is with City, they work so well as a team. When you see other sides press, they press in individuals. These guys just suffocate you into a corner where either you go long, in which case Vincent Kompany Otamendi will win it back, or you give the ball away because they've suffocated you so much. So it's, and you have to give Pep Guardiola credit for that, because, you know, that is his doing. So, yeah. Has it started? It's not started. Obviously, I will be about a minute or so behind you guys watching at home, purely because there is always going to be a little bit of delay in terms of the stream, because YouTube Live, you can never be 100% live. So I am going to be about a minute behind. As soon as it kicks off, unfortunately, I don't have a timer. I'm still on the prowl for that, as I have been for the last 6 bloody months. Anyway, I will let you know. I'll regularly keep you up to date in the time, so you guys can pause your TV and sync up with me. 2-2 to Suleiman. Not an Arsenal fan, but I think Arsenal will win and react well to their loss last week. That's interesting. You know, that's an argument I gave. Gary Elliott says, I'll share it on Facebook. Brilliant, Gary. Brilliant. Thanks, man. We're going to win the Champions League, says James. James supports City. And I think there's a chance. I think there's a chance. And a very good one at that. A very good one at that. Science says, Aguero hat-trick. I mean, to be fair. Oh, that's an interesting thing. Obviously, I haven't mentioned this, but we are about to kick off. The players are literally, kick-off is imminent. But the lines today are blue, because of, in case of heavy snowfall. Obviously, the attendance today at the stadium will be quite low due to the snow in England. Many fans won't be actually able to get to the stadium. So if you are joining me and you are new to the channel, like I said before, hit subscribe. But that blue lining's, it's interesting, isn't it? It mixes it up, mixes it up. 3-1 City. So we have kicked off. We are 8 seconds into the game. So if you guys want to pause your TV, everyone get your controllers out, right? Pause your TV. Get ready. Ready? Pause it. I am on. 18 seconds, 19 seconds, 20 seconds, 21, 22, 23, 24 seconds. There you go. So pause it and sync up with me. City knocking it about. Arsenal went directly for the long ball up there, trying to threaten City, but like I said, City win it back and are knocking it about, just feeling their way into the game. Obviously, midweek it was a sort of neutral. Neither side was home or away. Oh, I guess they both were away. They were both at Wembley, obviously. Today, Arsenal at home. Arsenal have got a very, very good record at home. But like I said, the attendance today in the stadium is going to be poor due to the snow and the lack of access to the stadium. So that might play an effect. It might make it a bit more of an away feel for Arsenal. Reggie, it is on Sky Sports main event, Sky Sports Premier League. You can get it on either. That's if you're in England. If you're abroad, then I'm not sure. beIN Sports probably somewhere. So I'm 1 minute, 17, 18, 19 seconds into the game. Pep without free checkbook is a big zero. But then again, you know, Jose Mourinho without checkbook is zero. So I think that's where the likes of Sean Dyche and Sam Allardyce don't really get enough credit because they don't have amazing funds. Arsenal were in it. Ederson comes out. Can someone win it and bang it? So it was a ball over the top there, and Aubameyang was just trying to get it, but Ederson came out and headed it. And City are on the break here now. Aguero's so good at it. He gives it to Sane. Kevin De Bruyne on the ball. Every time one of their players gets on the ball, you're just scared. A ball in behind. Kyle Walker tries to cross it in, and Kolasinac clears. But what I was going to say is, you know, every team has got a sort of a player where you get on the ball, they get on the ball, and the crowd gets excited. Or ideally, every side has that. You know, Ronaldo in the past, Sanchez at the moment, that sort of feel. But City have that in with almost every single of their players. Sane gets on the ball, I'm going, bloody hell, we might do something here. Aguero, I feel have the same reaction. Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan. Every single player for Manchester City, essentially, that gets on the ball in a striking area, I feel, bloody hell, the opposition might be in trouble here. And I think that's a massive sign of a great side. Aguero's quality, he bloody well is, isn't he? 2 minutes, 45 seconds into the game. City on the attack here. They win the ball back, but haven't got many men forward. That's what Kolasinac has done well there. I think he's such a fantastic signing for Kolasinac. And, you know, I think it's a shame for him because he was in the team of the season. Bloody hell, please don't do anything. He was in the team of the season in the Bundesliga last season, playing at left back. He came to Arsenal, and his opening games he played fantastically well. He was then benched for, I don't know why. Monreal started to pick up form, and since then, Kolasinac has struggled to get back in the side. But now with Monreal's injury, I think, you know, it might give Kolasinac an opportunity to really stamp his mark on in the first team. I think he's a fantastic player. How do you guys rate Kolasinac in terms of left-backs in the Premier League? I think he's up there. I think he's up there with the best. He's strong, he's fast, he's very good going forward. He's left-footed, so he gives you that natural cross from the left-hand side. He's brilliant defensively as well. I really rate the guy. I really do. And if you subscribe to the channel and like the video as well, I massively appreciate that. You'll Never Walk Alone is a Liverpool supporter. Brilliant to have you here, mate. Tell all your Liverpool fan buddies out there to get on the channel. And yeah, like I said, try and get as many people involved to have a bit of banter, really. This man asked, what time is my game at? I will just reiterate that for you guys. I'm 4 minutes, 8 seconds, 9 seconds, 10 seconds, 4 minutes, 12 seconds into the game. So if you guys want to pause your TV and sync up with me, I'm 4 minutes and 16 seconds into the game. So, yeah. James Shaw says he loves Sergio Aguero as a Manchester City legend. He's a Manchester City legend because prior to this generation of fantastic players you've got, I mean, Sean Gota was your biggest player, realistically, wasn't he? Jared says, Sander, I normally agree with you, but today you're on something. It's the bloody milk, mate. It does something to me. No, on a serious, I really rate Kolasinac. That's my personal opinion. But Nat Furner subscribed. Cheers, matey. Let me know who you subscribe, who you support, Matt. 5 minutes into the game, or 4 minutes, 55 seconds. They're knocking around City. City are really dominating possession. You know, as we saw midweek. Was it midweek? No, it was Sunday, sorry. We're midweek now. I'm mental. But yeah, as we saw on Sunday or Saturday, over the weekend, City are dominating possession exactly like that. And, you know, that's very unlike Arsenal at home. But it just shows the quality of Manchester City and how much respect they deserve from their opposition. A ball into Sane here. Just goes wide. Riley James supports Manchester City. Fantastic to have you here, pal. He hopes Manchester City win, and I'm sure all your Citizen fellows do as well, mate. Do as well. You know, I'm happy to have a few Manchester City fans on because we often have quite a predominant Manchester United fan base. Obviously, a lot of them come over from the United stand, so don't be intimidated, Liverpool and City fans. Don't be intimidated. This is a generic fan channel for fans supporting a variety of different clubs. So, get involved. And I'm happy to have your opinion. Like I said, get involved. What's with the empty stands? Pineapple Joe, I presume it's really just, it's not because Arsenal fans aren't dedicated. It's just simply because of the lack of access to the stadium. The snow in England, obviously a lot of you don't live in England because this, like I said, it's a fan channel for fans all over the world. I don't live in England either. So if you didn't know, there's a lot of snow in England at the moment, which has caused a lot of trouble with people getting to the stadium. So that's, I presume, why. Arsenal in here! Oh, there's a ball in today into Aubameyang, but Ederson once again is quick off his feet and collects it quite comfortably. Hope Arsenal get the win, says Josh Bradley. Better snowstorm, says Matthew McFadden. It's the beast from the east, isn't it? DJ30 is a Salford City fan. Fantastic. Do you volunteer to be on the stand on this channel? I presume you mean that? No. Yeah, I guess so. No one's making me do it. I do it because I enjoy it and I love watching football with you guys. So I guess so. I do volunteer. Manchester City win the Premier League. I think that's done, isn't it? That's done. Arsenal got a bit of possession at the moment. They probably want to try and settle into the game quite nicely, Just calm down and keep Manchester City off the ball. Something my dad always used to tell me when I was playing football as a boy, it was the opposition can't score if you've got the ball, unless you're scoring an own goal. So that's probably what Arsenal want to do now. It sounds simple, but keep the ball away from the opposition and slowly break them down. Because this Manchester City side, if you give them a little bit of possession, they'll break you down. Chance here! Oh, it was a crossing. It was like bloody, what's it called? Pinball in there. It came off Company, I think it was. Deflected off Ederson, but unfortunately Arsenal weren't lucky enough to get the rebound to fall to them. But a ball in there. Wow, what a ball in there to Aguero. He does shoot, as we always would expect him to do, but he hits the side netting. But once again, just like that, Arsenal's defence is cut open. Look at that midfield. This is what I don't understand, because Xhaka's forward here. Lovely bit of play there by Arsenal. City, they did get in behind City, so maybe that's, a bit of food for hope, a bit of hope for the Arsenal fans. But with one pass, the Arsenal defence is split open, and I think that's because of the lack of defensive midfield discipline. Ramsey and Xhaka is a defensive midfielder by trade, but he's not a very good one, and he's quite undisciplined. Is that right to say? So he likes to get forward, and as we saw there, he likes to get forward. And as does Ramsey. That's going to leave the Arsenal defence very, very exposed, where I think they could be punished today. And as we've seen, City have already caused them a few troubles. Big up Sophie in the chat. Is Sophie in here? Sophie Richards, fantastic if you are. Cheers. Everyone, yeah, there he is. There she is. Hair dry treatment. Lads, if you are watching, I don't know how many people we've got watching. But hair dry treatment, the channel that you see there, commented, "Hey Matthew." Go subscribe to it. It's a fantastic channel. It's relatively new. It's Sophie. She's often on the United stand as well. She's fantastically articulate, and she will give you another side to the game. She's actually a women's footballer. So it'd be interesting for you guys to see how that side of the game works. And she plays in the women's Premiership, I think it is, and Sporting Calcio. So go over there, subscribe, topical videos, football chat, live streams, etc. Fantastic. Go over there and subscribe. Suleiman, let's like the video. Fantastic. A corner in here by Manchester City. It did get defended. It's a little bit scrappy at the moment. Arsenal trying to get rid of this ball out of their penalty area. City have got the ball. Aguero shot. It did get rebounded. It goes back on the halfway line to Kyle Walker. Gundogan, they're knocking it about quite nicely at the moment. Asanda, what do you think of Bellerin's comments? I think Bellerin's comments about Arsenal Fan TV were... Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and Arsenal Fan TV, they go off the fact that everyone's allowed their opinion. And if Hector Bellerin doesn't like it, and he disagrees completely with it, then he's entitled to his opinion, as everyone else is. But I don't know who leaked that phone call that he was leaving to Barcelona, but that's dodgy, isn't it? And he's got to check round him for, who he trusts. He's got to reassess it, doesn't he? What's the lineups? Let me just watch the game. I'll tell you at half-time. Actually, no, I won't. I'll tell you now. The lineups are Ederson in goal for City. Danilo, Otamendi, Kompany and Walker make up their back four. David Silva, Gundogan and De Bruyne make up the midfield three. Sane, Aguero and Bernardo Silva make up the strike force for Manchester City. Petr Cech in goal for Arsenal. Bellerin, Mustafi, Koscielny and Kolasinac as the back four. They've switched to a back four from a back five on the weekend. Ramsey and Xhaka in the midfield. Mkhitaryan, Ozil and Danny Welbeck just behind Aubameyang today for Arsenal. So, there you go. If you're joining late, welcome. That is the team lineup for you. Very good. Right, let's start watching the game as well. Very nice. How's everyone week? Was it all good? Was everyone had a good week? I'm happy it's Friday, I'll be honest. I'm getting... I probably shouldn't say that. Make my own channel. I'll be thinking about it, Yusuf. I'm thinking about it. But this does take up quite a bit of my time. Henrik Mkhitaryan with a fantastic touch on the edge of the box. He hits it with his weaker foot, with his left foot. It was straight to Ederson. But promising for Arsenal. They're playing nice, intricate football. They're getting the right men in the right positions. It's just whether defensively they can be assured, they can be stable, they can be disciplined. That is the big question. And in my opinion, I don't think they can. I don't think they can do it. But we'll have to wait and see. How's Mickey doing? He just, like I said, he just had a shot off there. It's all right. He's doing okay. Nothing scintillating. As you saw, Sophie, when he played for Manchester United, he sort of dips in and out of games, doesn't he? Often coming up with a moment of brilliance. So he's been a little bit in the peripherals of this game so far. But, Arsenal haven't had much of the ball. So you can't really expect, if he's not getting the service, he can't really do his thing, can he? So, Matthew, if you want to ring me, mate, not tonight because I'll be going to sleep after this, but tomorrow, if you want to ring me about the thing we were talking about earlier, and we can chat, come up with ideas and stuff, then feel free to do that, pal. Forget about Agent P. McTominay brought Hazard to United in his back pocket for free. Alright, Snaps, Chris, how you doing? Yes, Mickey. Manchester City are first in the league table and second, Manchester United. Brilliant. I mean, that's the sort of insight we come to this channel for. Thanks, Sauer. Appreciate it. Nice one. Good. 13 minutes, 40 seconds, 37, 38, 39. That's 13 minutes and 42 seconds into the game. So if you guys want to pause your TV and sync up with me, I'm 13 minutes, 48, 49, 13 minutes, 50 seconds into the game. City knocking it around quite nicely. Arsenal need to get a hold on the ball, otherwise they're in trouble here. Sane, oh, he's so good, Leroy Sane, isn't he? Spreads it out wide to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva. Oh, stop it, Bernardo Silva. He's just cut it on his left foot and he's bent one top bins. And Petr Cech is not a small keeper, but he looked it there in that goal because he's picked it out beautifully. You cannot, I was going to say, you cannot give Bernardo Silva that much space, but he was crowded out quite quickly, then I'll walk you through it. See, Leroy Sane just skipping past people like they're not even there. Absolutely world class. Gives it into Bernardo Silva. He's crowded out, but he just cuts it in, makes that tiny bit of space, and he just bends one top left. He bends one top left. It's 1-0 City within 15 minutes. Are we going to see the same type of game that we did on Sunday or Saturday? Over the weekend? I don't know. Let me update the score. That was beautiful. It's a beautiful goal, and it really should not be underestimated. And the thing I worry about, as personally as a Manchester United fan, it's not like this side is aging. Yes, some key players are aging. Right, Vincent Kompany, he's getting on. But they've brought in young replacements to learn off him and eventually replace him. This side is young. Bernardo Silva, Gabriel Jesus, Leroy Sane, Raheem Sterling. These are young players with their whole careers ahead of them, and they're smashing it in the Premier League now. That is a scary thought. Manchester United fan didn't see the goal, but I hope I explained it to you well enough. Sane broke the ankles. He did. Arsene Wenger sitting there like just this. I'll do an accurate representation. I mean, he didn't look that weird, but we'll go with it. Sander, Arsenal are screwing me up with the mod thing. Don't know quite what you mean there, mate. Riley says I'm my favourite YouTuber. I appreciate it, pal. I do appreciate it. I presume we are the only channel you've subscribed to, and you don't watch any other YouTube. Therefore, I am your only YouTuber, but we'll go with it. Right, they could keep this exact team for at least 8 years. Well, with a few replacements here and there, but pretty much Marshall Madness, exactly. $16 minutes, 30 seconds exactly into the game. We're on 23,032 subscribers. Chaps, get subscribing. We're trying to hit 23,100 today. If you haven't already, like I said, do get subscribing. If I see the ticker go up, and I see, a number of subscribers go up, and you commented saying, I've subscribed, I'll happily give you a shout out. I really would. Obviously, we're trying to build this community to something bigger and greater than it already is. Tommy says, great week, Sander. Looking forward to the weekend. Me too, although United obviously play on Monday, which is a bit annoying. It was a spot-on impression of Wenger, wasn't it? It really was. Toure retires soon, says Science. Yeah, but he's not playing now, is he? It's not part of this side, really, is it? Arsenal, I don't know how you... The thing is, I don't know how Alexis Sanchez has come on Arsenal, but I just don't understand how you can keep a clean sheet. They haven't been able to do it today, or just keep this Manchester City side out. Their midfield and their attacking power is mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. It's so fast. It's so dynamic. It's so good. It's just, I just can't understand how you keep them out. First team, call up and subscribe. Cheers, pal. I think I saw Megan's comment go by. How you doing? Go on, play him in. Danny Welbeck. He's up against the three defenders. That's a foul, ref. That's a foul, referee. Yellow card. Thank you very much. Otamendi, yellow card. City, David Silva loses the ball in the midfield. They're a little bit exposed at the back because they committed so many men forward, Manchester City. They do a nice little bit of play. They're playing to Danny Welbeck. Danny Welbeck knocks it in the assumption that he could run past Otamendi, but Otamendi just body checks him. Welbeck goes down. Yellow card. Arsenal can't win, I don't think yet. Has Arsene Wenger left yet? No. He hasn't. Granit Xhaka's over the ball. He looks like he's going to shoot. To be fair, if he's going to do anything positive in his life as a footballer, then he's probably got to score this goal. 19 minutes into the game. Let's just see what happens. Granit Xhaka, he shoots. Oh, Jesus. He went bottom right-hand corner. Ederson got there quite nicely, but he fumbled it. He didn't hold it. I presume that's due to the power and the swerve on it. It went out for a Arsenal corner. Granit Xhaka stands over it again. It's a short corner into Ozil. Ozil's on the ball. He puts a ball into the box, but it doesn't beat the second man, the first man essentially, and it's cleared out for another Arsenal throw in. Wenger signing Fellaini, going long ball merchant next season. I bloody hope so, mate. Metality says, come on, you Gunners. So I'm presuming you're an Arsenal fan. Appreciate it. Amef says, you're doing a good job. The subscriber count isn't showing it. I asked for 23,100 and I'm not getting it. Just wanted 23,100 subscribers. I do understand I sound like a petulant child. Because I am one. Anyway, Cathal says, is AC Milan Arsenal watch-along on the cards? Yes. Cristiano says, hi Sander, I'm late to the match. 1-0 in the first half. Not a surprise, mate. Arsenal. It's just that midfield, I'll be honest with you, because, Mustafi, Koscielny, Kolasinac and Bellerin, and Czech, it's not a bad defence, is it? And goalkeeper, it's not a bad defence at all. It's just Xhaka and Ramsey as the two midfielders. There's no assurance, you know, you can sort of get away with that if you're playing like Swansea or someone like that. But this is Manchester City. If I was them, I'd bang two central midfielders, one who can play a nice bit of football, maybe. Well, I might do. They don't have the defensive midfield quality, is what I'm trying to say. Because Xhaka, he is that defensive midfielder. And ideally, what Wenger's done here is quite clever. Defensive midfielder in Xhaka and an attacking midfielder in Ramsey. That's not stupid. That's not stupid. But Xhaka isn't good defensively. He's not good defensively. If you're a defensive midfielder, all you've got to do is be good defensively. And he's not good at it. He's not good at it. Fazan. I said your name properly. There you go, pal. 21 minutes into the game. Sub here. Very good. Come on, Arsenal, says Aziz. Arsenal just can't maintain the ball whilst going forward. They're knocking about here with Danny Welbeck. They're going back, right? This is good. Try and hold on to the ball for a little longer. I think, you know, even Coquelin would be better than Xhaka. I know they're letting go to Valencia, but Bellerin, he's in the box. Ah, poor touch. Oh my God! That was a bloody good well, it wasn't a good chance, but he made it a good chance, to be fair, Ramsey. Bellerin just played it to him. He was on the edge of the box. He popped it up, and it was sort of behind him. So, you know, even getting that on target was fantastic by Ramsey. Did cause the keeper a little bit of trouble, but not too much to make it uncomfortable, really. But that was good play. It was good play. Arsenal, once again, now gaining possession. This is what you've got to do. Like I said, don't give City the ball and they can't score. It sounds simple, but it's true. Who's been the better team? It's been City. But I think Arsenal might be growing into it a little bit now. Obviously, Ramsey with that shot off on target. Hopefully they can, you know, regain a little bit of, you know, bit of possession for a little bit of longevity. Bellerin ain't a proper right back. No, he's not. Because people say his best attribute, you know, he's not great positionally, defensively. And going forward, he's good. But going forward as a right back, all you've got to do is cross the ball. He can't do it. He can't do it. He can beat the man, like Welbeck. He can beat the man, but he has got no end product because he just doesn't have that quality. Views on Mickey so far. He's been quiet, Fazan. He's been quiet. It was a good play, though. It was a good ball into Bellerin. Bellerin gets a little bit of luck with a rebound. He drives it into the box. He plays it onto the edge of the box. And that was a very good... It was a half volley, actually. It was very nice by Ramsey. He made the keeper work, and it was a good shot. But, you know, he looked quite assured, Edison. Hmm. 24 minutes into the game, chaps. How you doing? Let me know how it's going, how you think it is. If you're an Arsenal or Manchester City fan, I know we had a few in the comments before the game. Whether you're still here or not, I'm not sure. Hopefully I haven't scared you off. But if you are here still, chaps, then let me know what you think. City, are you happy? Are you worried at all? Or are you just very, very confident? Arsenal fans, Wenger in, Wenger out. Are you happy with how it's going? Do you think you can get back into it? If so, what do you have to do to achieve that? Let me know in the comments. I'm interested to see what you think. Who scored? It was Bernardo Silva with a fantastic goal. He just cut it on his left foot and bent one, top bins. Fantastic. Aguero on the left-hand side here. He just goes past players. Oh, their team is just so good, man. It's just so good. Retha says Wenger out. Are you an Arsenal fan, Retha? I think you are, yeah. Tackle here on Aguero. I missed it, but it is a foul. Mustafi was the perpetrator. For some reason, you watching count went from 22.5 plus to now down to 208. If we've got 208 people watching, I'm happy with that. I presume people have gone to the United stands and they'll be back in about half an hour or so. So just wait, you'll see a slight increase in viewers when United stand show finishes. What time are you on? I am on 25 minutes, 35 seconds, 36 seconds, 37. So pause your TV, chaps. 25 minutes, 41 seconds into the game, I am. They're just standing over the free kick here. I presume Kevin De Bruyne will be the taker of the free kick. He's so good at his delivery. It will be Kevin De Bruyne. He puts it, a lovely ball in. Czech fumbles it. Oh, it goes out for a City corner. It was offside. It was offside. But that was the perfect place, wasn't it? It just makes it so uncomfortable for the keeper. Kevin De Bruyne with a fantastic... That's not offside. Sorry, but that's not offside. His arm was offside, but you can't score with your arm. Therefore, it's not offside. I guess his head was offside. Okay, it was offside. Sorry. But Czech's holding his hand up. He looks like he's injured. I think Czech's going to come off here. We'll see how that goes. I'll keep you up to date. Atmosphere is shocking, says Fazan. Who will leave first? Arsenal or Wenger? It's going to be Wenger, isn't it? "26 minutes into the game. My back is dodgy as per usual. Arsenal had that brief 5 minutes, decent 5 minutes where they're starting to get back into the game. But, City are once again dominating possession with free kicks and corners in, obviously in Arsenal's box. Sane on the ball, scary as always. Ball into Aguero, Aguero into David Silva into the back of the net. That's 2-0. And I'll be honest, if this is going to get embarrassing. Because that is not acceptable. It is not acceptable from an Arsenal point of view. Yes, Manchester City are a fantastic side, and that is absolutely fantastic. But defensively there, you're just chasing shadows, Arsenal. You're just chasing shadows, and it's not good enough. It is not good enough by any stretch of the imagination. I'll run you through the goal. David Silva plays it into Sane. He plays it in, he beats his man. He plays it into Aguero, the fantastic ball. Aguero plays it into David Silva, and Bellerin's he's watching the ball. This is so poor. They've been watching the ball. They're watching the ball. Everyone's running. It's like schoolboy defending. It's schoolboy defending, yet it's fantastic play to Manchester City, and they deserve all the credit that they get. Fantastic attacking play. Brilliant. But Arsenal, it's schoolboy defending. When you're a kid, your thought is the ball, right? You're not thinking about awareness and where people are, right? So you're looking at the ball. That's what they're doing now. Bellerin is just chasing the ball. The defenders are chasing the ball. Leave David Silva to go in behind them. David Silva's unmarked, untracked, and he can put it into the back of the net. He's got an open goal. He's got a Czech to beat, but... And they come on the attack here again. That's a foul on David Silva, or not, according to the referee. But look, it was scintillating football. I've got to give, I've got to hold my hands up. I've got to give Manchester City credit. It was lovely, lovely football, and such a good goal. But I just feel, Arsenal, come on. You've got to be more resilient. You've got to be more resilient. Fazan, Sane is underrated. Not in my books, mate. I think he's absolutely fantastic. Shall I just end the stream here? Cheers, all. Nice one. City win. I mean, why did we even think Arsenal could win? They're a shambolic side. No backbone. No desire to... There's no passion in that side. There's no passion. There's no leaders in that side, as Hector Bellerin said in that leaked audio recording. They're a joke of the club, as Owen Hutchinson said. It's embarrassing. Look, I'm a Man United fan, right? I find it funny when Arsenal lose. I don't like it when City win. Therefore, I'm annoyed. But it's sad. It is sad to see Arsenal Football Club in this state. Because they're a fantastic club. No matter who you support, you have to admit, they're a fantastic club with fantastic history and heritage and class. They're not made of oil money and things like that. It's sad to see a manager who has no passion and no fight anymore left in him. It's sad to see players on the pitch in that red and white shirt with no passion and no fight. It's sad to see them in 6th place and struggling. It's sad. It really is. Marshall Madness says, I'm a United Hotspur City Pool fan. I have to tear down my Manchester United loyalty when I'm doing the presenting on That's Football, because or as much as I can, because otherwise you're just getting the United stand, aren't you? You're just getting the United stand essentially, because you're just going to get everything biased opinion. It won't be fair. It won't be fun to watch because people will just get pissed off. So I have to try and be as neutral as possible. Marshall Madness, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, but I think it's sad. I think it really is sad. Ball over the top. Can Ozil win it back? No, they're 2-0 down with 31 minutes in. Can we at least get to 23,100 subscribers? Because, I mean, I'm gonna have to sit through 60 minutes of City just knocking it about and scoring, which isn't too bad, but... Arsenal Fan TV and chill tonight. Indeed. Bernardo Silva's down here. I think Kolasinac might have... We'll have a little look at it. It was Koscielny. Oh no, it was Kolasinac. Just stands on his ankle. That would hurt. That would hurt. Kolasinac stands on Bernardo Silva's ankle. Why is he holding his face then? Why is he holding his face? People saying Wenger out. Pepe is too good for the Premier League. I think you give anyone that amount of money, and they might not play this good. But it shouldn't be a shock that Pep Guardiola's side's playing like this, because he's had the funding. He inherited a fantastic side with the likes of Kevin De Bruyne and Raheem Sterling, with the likes of those players in there. Yes, he's tactically made them fantastic, and they're playing better than, every team in Europe, I'd say. But it should be expected. It should be expected. Aguero on the ball. They've got 3 men forward. 3 against 3. Sane on the left-hand side here. Bernardo Silva. Sane. Oh, my God. It's 3-0. I cannot believe this. It's fantastic. It's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. It is absolutely embarrassing. It's 3-0. Manchester City. Yes, they cut them up, but I think... Let's have a little look at this, shall we? David Silva. Whose fault is this? Where is their bloody midfield? This is what I'm saying. Look at David Silva there. Was it Kevin De Bruyne? I can't tell. Kevin De Bruyne, I think it was. You are shambolic. The midfield is not good enough. It's not defensively disciplined enough. It's absolutely dreadful. Granit Xhaka there. The ball goes into Kevin De Bruyne. Granit Xhaka to Henrik Mkhitaryan. It was Henrik Mkhitaryan at a central defensive midfielder position. Where are Granit Xhaka and Aaron Ramsey? Tell me that, Arsenal fans. Where are they? It is absolutely shambolic that you've got Mkhitaryan as your central defensive midfielder. Like I said before this game, I said it, didn't I? This Arsenal midfield is not good enough. It's not defensively good enough. It's not attackingly good enough. It's just not good enough, full stop. It's schoolboy. It's dreadful. It's embarrassing. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. And if we thought the performance on the weekend was bad, I'll tell you what, this is something else. It really is. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely... I cannot believe what I'm seeing at this point. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. James Dudley, I'm a Manchester United fan, but it's painful to watch, like you say. It is painful to watch. It angers me that these guys are on thousands and thousands of pounds a week, and they are putting in not only a performance where they are not good enough in terms of quality. Yes, Manchester City are better than them in terms of quality in general, but there is no effort, there is no discipline, there is no resilience, there is no passion. A goal goes in and the Arsenal players go, hands out, who cares? Who cares? Midfield is non-existent. It is non-existent. And the worst thing is, Arsene Wenger let Coquelin go. Arsene Wenger let Coquelin go to Valencia. The man is a central defensive midfielder. You don't have a good enough central defensive midfield or midfield in general, and you've let one go. Answer that, Arsene Wenger, because that is shambolic, isn't it? It is I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Gary Elliott says this is going to end up 6-0. I bloody well might be, mate. I'm getting pissed off at this Arsenal side. Do something about it. Do something about it. Arsenal is a big club, but they're not big players. They are not big players. They've got no fight. And I tell you what, me as a Manchester United fan, I'm bloody happy Ozil didn't come in January. Because people say, Arsenal fans and players have said, Sanchez caused uproar in the dressing room because he wanted to win. Of course you should bloody want to win. You should want to win, and if you don't, you should be absolutely fuming about it. I don't get that impression from the likes of Ozil, Granit Xhaka. I don't get that impression. Oh well, on to next week. No! You should be fighting in that changing room. You should be digging each other out at what went wrong. Right? And if I don't see that fight from any of the Arsenal players on the pitch at this point. I don't. Let me know if you guys agree. If I'm overreacting, let me know. But I think as a football fan, and I'm trying to put my Manchester United bias out of the way here because at the end of the day, it is funny that Arsenal are losing. Like, it is funny. It just is. But as a football fan, a man or boy of 17 years old, as a teenager who loves to watch football, who loves football with a passion, to see this displayed is disgusting. Disgusting. Look, listen, right? Manchester United has said, dead club, Wenger, Sunday League is better than this. Mate, honestly, put it this way, right? It's not like Arsenal have been... Tell you what, they're in here. Jesus Christ, Arsenal could have scored there. Look, Danilo with a fantastic... Look, he's put his body on the line. He's passionate. They're passionate. It's not like they've been... I mean, they have been outplayed. They have been outplayed. But there's no passion. There's no resilience. There's no fight. I'm not seeing anyone shouting at each other, angry. Because if I was 3-0 down at half-time, I would be fucking fuming. And so I would have the right to be as well. I'm not seeing that from any of these Arsenal players. And that, if I was an Arsenal fan, and as a football fan, that would make me angry. That would make me angry. Because you can be a weaker side. You can have players not as good as the other side. And you can get beaten fair and square. That's fair enough. But at the end of the day, as we saw when Wigan beat City, it's 11 versus 11. And if you put in passion and heart and fight, you can beat anyone. Right? They're not doing that. And that, for me, disgusting. No respect for any of those Arsenal players. I feel sorry for Wenger. I feel sorry for Wenger. I think he's caught up in it. I think he's caught up in the whirlwind of it. He thought he could do well, and I feel sorry for him that he thought that. It's his love for the club that has kept him there, but he's destroying it. He's destroying the club, and there was a famous saying, obviously, you stay, you can either leave as a hero or you stay long enough to see yourself become the villain. And Arsene Wenger is becoming the villain here. I mean, they're in again, Manchester City. Is that... Oh my God, I tell you what, that could have been 4-0 at half-time. Oh, Jesus Christ, that could have been 4-0. I'm 39 exactly minutes into the game. Corey says, as an Arsenal fan, it pains me to watch us play. The players need to take inspiration from 2003, 2004. My thing to that is, though, I don't know whether Arsene Wenger has the inspirational factor about him anymore. Because where are they going to get the inspiration from? What, sit at home on YouTube watching games? Yeah, they should be inspired to play for your Arsenal Football Club. They should be inspired already, right? But they're not. And often, if that happens in a dressing room, you need the manager to give them a kick up the arse. Right, lads, don't bloody well let us down. I don't feel Arsene Wenger does that. I think it's sort of, we saw some good things. It wasn't good enough. The fans are disappointed, but, go out in the second half and do better, please. That's what I understand, get from Wenger. That's not me just from what I'm seeing. I've heard it. Mkhitaryan actually came out and said it's more comfortable at Arsenal. Theo Walcott said he was too much in his comfort zone at Arsenal. It's too comfort. If you play badly, don't worry about it. Play better next time. Play better next time. No. If you play badly, you're out the side. Right? You're out the side. You get given a run of games, and if you play badly, you're out the side. And that's why I was sort of happy when Pogba got dropped for Manchester United, because that's a winner's mentality from Mourinho. You're not playing well enough and you're letting the side down, right? You're on the bench. Good night. You're on the bench. Until I give you another chance and you play well, you're on the bench, right? That is a winner's mentality. No player is bigger than the club, and that is not what I see here. It's not what I see here. 41 minutes into the game. But there's snow access. Get it? I know there's snow access to the Emirates at this point, but maybe that is a factor to why maybe Arsenal haven't been passionate today, because they haven't really got many fans in the grounds, right? But look, bloody hell, this Arsenal side. People are coming over from the United stand. I've just had Arsenal in here. Ozil shoots. No, it goes out for a Arsenal corner. Look, lads, Arsenal getting battered. They're showing no fight. They're showing no passion. They're showing no resilience. That Arsenal, I'm just going to quickly reiterate some of my points so the people coming over from the United stand, welcome everybody. That midfield is Ramsey and Xhaka, and I tell you what, is the most shambolic, embarrassing, and just disgusting midfield I've ever seen in my life. There's no defensive discipline from Xhaka. That Ramsey isn't great going forward. There's no fight in general from the manager, from the players, even from the fans. The fans are fed up. They can't be asked anymore. They can't be asked anymore. And like I've said, I'm just going to reiterate a few points. As a football fan myself, as a football fan, a fan who loves to watch football, this is it's just not good. It is unbelievable. It is Rodney. How you doing, mate? How you doing? It's fantastic to have you here. Obviously, Rodney, guest on the United Stand, does his own show, as I believe as well. But Rodney, mate, skip back for about 10 minutes and you'll just see me going on an absolute mad one. Lads, this is an absolute shambles of a game. Xhaka needs to go ASAP. He's shambolic. This is what I don't understand, because Xhaka was so good in the Bundesliga. He was brought to Arsenal with so much hope and passion. It's been drilled out of the bloke. We saw it in the beginning when he first came to Arsenal. Xhaka came with passion. He got sent off a few times for dodgy tackles, for showing a bit of fight. It's not that anymore. For this third goal, the defensive midfielder was Mkhitaryan. He wasn't sprinting back, he was jogging back, but at least he was there. At least he was there. Where the bloody hell were Ramsey and Xhaka? Because I swear to God, I'm fuming. I mean, I see Arsenal fans with tears in their eyes at this point. I feel sorry for him. Exactly. I feel sorry for Arsenal fans who have come from the likes of America, Indonesia, etc. to watch these bottle jobs play. At least show passion. You can be not as good as the opposition. We can be not as good as the opposition. I understand that. That's fair enough. But if you show fight, if you show passion and resilience, you can beat anyone. As we saw with Leicester winning the league. As we saw with Wigan beating City. Right? And they're not doing that. And as a Manchester United fan, but a football fan in general, that is what pisses me off about this Arsenal side. Who scored the third goal? Oh, forgive me. It was, I can't quite remember. I know it was Bernardo Silva scored. Forgive me, I can't remember who it was, mate. I've got a bit of frizz going on. I do apologise. It's a long story. I'll explain later. I don't want to say it because I'll get ripped the piss out of. You could see this coming, but I at least, right, before the game, what was I saying to you guys, right? What was I saying before the game? Look, Arsenal, they're going to at least be driven to win this game because of the embarrassing, shambolic performance they put in over the weekend. I said at least there was going to be a bit of drive. Whether they'll win or not, whether that drive will get them the win, I'm not sure, because like I said, they're not as good in terms of quality as City. But I thought at least they would show a bit of passion, and they haven't. They haven't. And like I said earlier, as a Manchester United fan, I'm so happy we got rid of Mkhitaryan. I'm so happy that we didn't get Ozil in over January, because I tell you what, A-grade bottle jobs. Bottle jobs, mate. We're into added time in the first half now. 45 minutes, 24 seconds into the game. Ederson plays it out. It's 3-0 at half-time. And this, I tell you what, it is one of the most embarrassing and shambolic performances from a side I've ever seen in my life. City just taking the piss. City are just taking the piss, knocking it around. Nice. Chaps, you got to come out. Arsenal. Oh, my God. Look, long ball here from Ederson. It'll probably catch him out, won't it? AF says, just admit it, Guardiola is schooling all other managers in the Premier League. Yes, he is. His tactics are fantastic. The way his team defends from all over the pitch is fantastic. It is. Credit to him. Well done. Well done. But it has to be expected that he's dominating English football and European football at that as well. Because when you're given the funds that this man has, no excuse. No excuse when you're given the funds that this man has. Tell you what, Pep Guardiola, if he was a Manchester United manager, he would no chance be doing as well as he is at Manchester City. He inherited a fantastic side with the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Raheem Sterling in it, Sergio Aguero, right? Yes, he's added Sane, Leroy Sane, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, but Jesus Christ, he's had the money to do that, hasn't he? Jesus Christ. Half-time, 3-0. Arsenal fans, Manchester City fans, get involved. I've given my half-time review throughout the course of the half, as I always do. Mentality, I'm just going to be taking your comments throughout this half, throughout this half-time, just because, be interested to know. If you guys want to tweet me as well, I'm at Sander_Seeger7, at Sander_Seeger7. Tweet me, I'll give you the live updates on what's happening on this channel, etc., etc. So follow me on there if you want to get live updates. The United stand, lol. What's that? I didn't know what Mark said. Turn the volume down, getting a headache, mate. Bloody hell, my head will be ringing at the end of this. But I'm passionate. I'm a passionate football fan. And as a passionate football fan, someone who cares about football in general and wants to see a competitive match. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. They should have been up for this game after the cup final nightmare. Exactly what I said. Yusuf says it's poor. Fazian says Fraudiola inherited a fantastic side. Yep. Rayrock says Arsenal in utter shambles. Exactly. Daniel Shireen says Wenger should have left when Sir Alex left. Fazian said I would win the league with an open checkbook. Well, don't know about that, but we'll go with it. I feel sorry for Arsene Wenger, but the man has got to go. The man has got to go because this now, if he loved the club enough, he'd leave. He'd leave because he's ruining it. He's ruining it. Not only is he ruining the current side, the current form, but he's tarnishing the reputation of the club. Manchester United, we've had a few poor seasons, finishing 7th, 4th, 5th and 6th. That is 4 poor seasons. Right? But we've changed the manager because we've understood that it's so poor. Arsenal, with how they've been playing, with where they've been finishing, it's dreadful. It's ruining the reputation of the club. Not only the side, not only the form, not only the league position, but the reputation of the club. They're no longer a side who everyone respects but might not like. They're no longer a side who has a fantastic, resilient midfield with a winning mentality. They may not always win, but they have a winning mentality. They are no longer that. They are a joke club. They are a shambles of a club. They are a club who everyone loves to laugh at. The players don't show fight. The manager doesn't show fight. And now the fans don't show fight because the fight, the passion, the drive has been sucked straight out of that club through the owners, through the players, through the manager. It's not good enough. And it's sad to see. It really is. Like I keep referring to myself as a football fan. It's sad to see this happen to such a fantastic club because no matter what you think about the club, it is sad to see this happening to a club of such high stature and such high class. It is sad. It is embarrassing. As Matthew McFadden says something about my hairline, because it wouldn't be the first time, would it? I mean, I'll be honest, this is as much on the ropes as Arsene Wenger's career at Arsenal is, isn't it? It really is about to go. Wenger is a great manager. Do relax a bit. No, Gibbs, I'm not relaxing, mate, because what I'm seeing today, that is not a sign of a team with a great manager and great players. He's not. He might have been a great manager once, but I'll tell you what, he couldn't motivate a fat kid to go get a bit of cat. I mean, that's the worst analogy I've ever given in my life, right? But what I'm saying, he's a bad manager now. Is what I'm saying, essentially. Wenger's doing a fantastic job, yeah, indeed, and making a bloody stand-up comedy show. I did say today, didn't I? When I came on the stream, you can rewind the stream back. I said, hello, and welcome to That's Football. This is the watch-along for Arsenal versus Manchester City. This is my first stand-up comedy show because we're going to be ripping the piss out of Arsenal Football Club. And I went, no, in all seriousness, no, we should be a bit more fair. It is exactly what I thought would happen. They are embarrassing. It is shambolic. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. I cannot believe it. 3-0 already. 3-0 already. It should have been more. It should have been more. Arsenal have showed no great sign of attacking intent and attacking quality. With the team they've got, you know, Aubameyang, Mkhitaryan and Ozil, they've shown no quality going forwards. Defensively, I can't. I've said it. I've said defensive. Defensively, they are League One standard. It really is that bad. It really is. Are we getting a bit of lag, chaps? I don't know if we are getting a bit of lag, but Mohamed, 6-0 incoming. It might, mate, if it turned out to be a 7-0, it would not shock me. I'm just seeing the replays of the goal back, and that first goal, it was lacklustre. It was fantastic made by Sane. He wiggled in and out of the Arsenal players like they weren't even there. It's poor defending. It's poor defending, and it's a fantastic goal. It's a fantastic goal. It's a bit of quality, a moment of magic by Sane and Bernardo Silva. So you can't criticise them too much for that. They, you know, sometimes you just can't stop a player, and that goal was unstoppable. But the general performance and the goals following that, this David Silva goal, is this the one that they were the ball watching? Yeah, this is the one they were ball watching. Oh, you know, they get turned. He plays it into Aguero. They go. Everyone goes towards the ball. There's no spatial awareness in that midfield and that defence. Look, I'll run you through that goal again. It gets played into Leroy Sané. Leroy Sané cuts it back, but dummies him, and he just goes. He runs past him like he's not there. Plays it into Aguero's in a bit of space. Everyone presses him. They play it in. No one tracks David Silva. David Silva gets it one-on-one against Czech, and he's never missing that. He's never missing that. Once again, you can't. You have to give credit where credit's due in terms of these Manchester City goals, because they are fantastically worked goals. They are a fantastic side, Manchester City. But I'll tell you what, this Arsenal side is shambolic. I'm seeing the third goal now. Gets played into Aguero. He touches it round. Where the bloody hell is the Arsenal midfield? They're jogging back. Why is Henrik Mkhitaryan the one in the box there? Aaron Ramsey's jogging back. You should be busting a gut to get back there. Why the bloody hell is Mkhitaryan the man in front of the defence? The man is playing right bloody wing. Not central defensive midfielder. Mate, I can't cope with it. I can't cope with it. Sane had a good start at the beginning of the season. He slacked off. Mate, Science, so you're watching this game. He's an absolutely outstanding player, and I think one of the best young players in Europe, and I think you could really see him get into that Ballon d'Or territory, because not only is he smashing it in the Premier League now, running past players like they aren't even there, but I don't know how old he is, but he must be early 20s. He's absolutely fantastic. On a serious note, why didn't United get Sane or Jesus? We were linked to them and didn't even try signing them. Faizan, no idea, pal. No idea. Are we getting a little bit of lag? I think there might be a little bit of audio, video lag. Hopefully not. If so, I don't know. This Arsenal side have maybe fed up. If there's lag, I'm sorry, but we'll go with it. 23,058 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed already, do it for me. I'm pissed off. Make me happy. Let's get to 23,100 subscribers today. Come on, let's grow this channel. Let's grow this community of fans from all around the world supporting a variety of different clubs. Let's grow that to something fantastic, to something bigger and greater than it already is. Get subscribing. If I see the subscriber ticker go up and you say that you subscribed, I'll happily give you a shout out. Like the video as per usual. Show some support by sharing the video as well and get involved. Sane's just turned 22. What? Like, this man is doing bits in the Premier League and he's 22. Ridiculous. Got some people subscribing. Cheers, lads. Appreciate it. Obviously, I love doing the watch-alongs on this channel. And you guys subscribing and liking and sharing the video will enable me to not get sacked by Mark Goldbridge. So, get subscribing, chaps. Get liking, get sharing as per usual. And keep Sander in. Please. I'm literally begging. Sorry. Get your comments in. I'm not sure there'll be that long left until the second half commences. But road to 23,100 indeed. Let's get there, lads. Sane or Martial? I tell you what, mate. I know Martial hasn't been getting. Look, it's sort of unfair to ask this because this season, I'm gonna get crucified for this, but Sane, because you know he's doing better than Martial. Although Martial, yes. He hasn't had the opportunity. He hasn't had the minutes. I know he's got the most amount of assists and goals per minute. I understand that. But Sane, you can't question the guy's quality. You cannot question the guy's quality. And I know Martial has an abundance of the same. I know he's fantastic at beating men. But Leroy Sane, in this Manchester City side, at this current moment, is a better player than Martial. And that's me putting all my Manchester United bias at the side. Because I'll be honest on this channel. On the United stand, I'll say completely different. On the United stand, I'll say Martial, he's a better player. Because I love Man United. But this is that's football mentality. And if I'm thinking purely as a football perspective, I think you're deluded if you're, at this current moment in time, I think you're deluded if you don't think that Sane's in better form, in better player at the moment than Martial. We've got a revolution. AF says this guy talks sense. I think that's the first person to ever think that I've talked sense. Because I'll be honest, people think I talk nonsense. Very good. Cash in and subscribed. Cheers, lads. For everyone that's subscribed. And ladesses, if we've got females in the audience. Cheers all. Appreciate it. Biggest rescue mission ever. Alexis Sanchez from Arsenal. Matthew McFadden says, I'll always prefer Martial to Sane, but Sane is a better player right now. Both can become absolute world beaters, though. Matthew McFadden, I appreciate your honesty, because as a Manchester United fan myself, I find it hard to admit that, but it's true. I love Martial, and the memories he's given me. Everton in the semi-finals in the FA Cup. Last-minute goal. Amazing. Martial is an absolutely fantastic player, and he can really be a world-class player. I believe that. I really do. But in this current moment in time, Leroy Sane is a better player, and you can't deny that. Juve going to beat Tottenham in the second leg. Trust me, I'll tell you what, lads. That's going to be interesting. Stay subscribed. Get subscribing because, look, we are going to be doing the second leg of all the Champions League games. As well, any that I can do. So, look, that should be very interesting. So, get subscribing to see more content. We're going to be doing... Mark will be doing daily content on this channel, I believe it is, around noon every day. Whether it be live or pre-recorded, there will be a topical video going up on the channel. I will be doing all, if not the majority, of the watch-alongs on the channel. So get subscribing, get involved. If you like seeing my face, get subscribing. If you don't, get subscribing anyway, for Mark's face. If you don't like his face, I mean, just get subscribing anyway. What do you reckon that, for the Champions League games midweek? I'm very excited indeed. Obviously, you've got Juve Spurs. That's 2-2. Spurs getting the 2 away goals, which I think might be absolutely crucial. I'm hoping for a Spurs win. Recent years, English sides have been embarrassing in Europe. They have been embarrassing. I know Manchester City got to a semi-final a few years ago. But other than that, the English sides have been embarrassing in Europe. So for this year, I root, other than Manchester City, I root for any English sides in the Champions League because I want us to put on a good show for England again. I want us to show the European countries and fans, European football fans, that we, the English sides, are no longer an embarrassment. That's what I think. Martial has been great this season, even better than Sane in some matches, Louise. I disagree. I I have to disagree. Sane has been more consistent. He's been better. You can't. I think you're deluded if you deny with that. I do. That's my opinion. Mark will want to watch Juve Spurs, Barcelona, Chelsea will be a good one. Yet, I mean, you know, whether me or Mark do it, I don't know, but get subscribing because we definitely will be covering those games. Hazard or Neymar? Neymar, better player. Chloe subscribed. Fantastic, Chloe. Fantastic to get new subscribers in and new fans in. You know, I appreciate every one of you that does watch, that does stick with me, that does, you know, basically go deaf because I'm shouting so much. I apologise. I'm a passionate football fan, and I hope that, you know, a lot of you can relate as well. The Arsenal players are out. They're out. Manchester City players are nowhere to be seen. They are coming out now. So obviously, Arsene Wenger was not happy with them. They were sent out early, Arsenal. And City players just walking on with confidence. Just, yeah, we got this. We got this. When is the second half starting, Aziz? It will be imminent. Both sets of players are out now. Aziz has subscribed, thank you. Thank you very much. Louise says, just think about this, Sander. How would Sane perform in the United scene? Yeah, I mean, we have kicked off, chaps. Long ball in there for City. But that's a very good point. Like I said, Martial hasn't had enough minutes. He hasn't necessarily had the service Sane has had. But that's ifs and buts and hows and whens. Don't concentrate on that. We're talking about who's in the better vein of form. Who's playing better? Sane or Martial this season? I don't care about ifs and buts. Who's better? Sane this season for me. That's just my opinion. Foul to City. Let's watch this game then. Let's see. I mean, if the least Arsenal can do it, keep it at 3-0. It really is. Riz says, are you Mourinho out or in? Mourinho in. All the way. 15 subscribers. Is it 15 subscribers? No, I can't do maths. 25 subscribers until 23,100, which was our preset goal for today's stream. Can we hit that, lads? I appreciate everyone that has subscribed. Nurzamza, I can't say your name, pal. I do apologise, but he has subscribed. Get involved, chaps. Get involved. Most second half goals this season is Manchester City with 51. So, look, this can turn into an absolute cricket score today, couldn't it? It really could. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. You're getting sacked in the morning. Realistically, you won't know. You won't know. Christopher says Sane by far, and I don't know if you support Manchester United or not, but I do, and I have to say that. I have to. No, Matthew, I'm not doing maths at sixth form. No, I'm doing ICT, photography, drama, and English. Knocking it about now. 50. If you guys want to, if you haven't already, if you're joining the stream late or you just haven't synced up with me, then pause your TV. I am 47 minutes, 17 seconds, 18 seconds, 19 seconds. That's 47 minutes, 22, 23, 24, 25 seconds into the game. I understand I'm a minute or so behind you guys. We're never going to be able to be on the same timings. That's just the nature of live streaming. So if you want to sync up with me, I'm 47 minutes, 37, 38 seconds into the game. Sync up with me and we'll watch the game together. Louise says, sorry, but in my opinion, Martial is better. Less minutes, but has got a lot of goals and assists. But Louise, I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion, but for me, how can you say this season? Okay, we're talking about less minutes and things like that, but Sane's just been better this season. Sane's just been better this season. It's simple as that, isn't it? Marcel, hi Sane's, I subbed. Dedrick says, what the F is with the blue lines? The blue lines was in case of heavy snowfall. If you're not from England, which I'm not living in England, but I do know of the heavy snowfall in England. Like I said, England have had a lot of snowfall recently. So if there was to be heavy snowfall today during this match, which there hasn't been, the blue lines you'd be able to see it, unlike the white lines, obviously. Referee doing better job than the Arsenal defence there and intercepting the ball, setting the Manchester City players on the break, but the ball couldn't quite find Aguero, and Czech keeps it nicely. The referee apologised. We do Barca Atletico. Stay tuned. That's all I'm saying. Stay tuned. We will do City Chelsea on the weekend. Stay tuned. That's all I'm saying. We will do Juve, Tottenham. Stay tuned. We will do Barcelona Chelsea. Stay tuned. That's all I'm saying. Get subscribing. There are less people on United's team who have scored double figures of goals, so Martial is more of a focal point. City of De Bruyne, Aguero, Sterling, etc. He is more of a focal point, but that's because our other team players are rubbish compared to him, right? Sane this season, for me, has been in better form. That's my opinion. Let's stop talking about it. Jordan Parkinson said, who would you say has been the best front three this season? Liverpool, Mane, Salah? No, City. City. I think City has been, you can't argue with that. You cannot argue with that because there's something, you can also go off goals, assists, etc. But something City do so very, very well, which I think has been implemented by Pep Guardiola, and this is why he is such a respected manager. They press from the front. They defend from the front. The first defender is the striker. And that doesn't mean that they're always harrowing down. It's the way they manipulate and suffocate the opposition from the front to the midfield, then eventually to the defence, which is so impressive and which is why I think Manchester City's front three have been superior. But then I must say, City are a joke of a club as well, because I see a bloody City player with a blue Santa hat on. What are you doing? If Roy Keane, can you imagine if Roy Keane was warming up the touchline, he'd give him one, he'd give him another, rip his hat off his head and say, you're a bloody expletive there. What is he doing? He's wearing a bloody Santa hat on his head. Do one. Will we keep gaining subscribers? Stay tuned. I don't know, but it's up to you guys. We need, 22 subscribers until 23,100, which is what we've been going for this season. This stream, I should say. Arsenal on the ball. Mkhitaryan goes down. Penalty. Wow, this could get interesting. Penalty in Mkhitaryan. Otamendi's on a yellow card. Surely he's going to get even another yellow card. I think that should be another yellow card, because that could have potentially been a goal-scoring opportunity or led to one. So, yeah, that's a foul. That's a penalty. Mkhitaryan does well. Yeah, penalty. Penalty, that's fair enough. 51 minutes into the game. This could put Arsenal 3-1. Be less embarrassing then. Could the comeback be on? Let me know, guys. Could the comeback be on? Let me know as well in the comments. Do you think Otamendi should have been sent off? Should that be a second yellow card for Otamendi? I don't know. Let me know. Let's have a look at this penalty. 51 minutes, 50 seconds into the game. City 3-0 up, but Arsenal with a penalty with the opportunity to put themselves just 2 goals behind Manchester City. Aubameyang will be the taker of the penalty. Which way he'll go? I'm going bottom left. Right, he's never gone left, but never scored left, but we'll go with it. He steps up. Oh. Oh, stop it. He missed the penalty. He's funny. Oh, oh, my cheeks hurt. Oh, God. Oh, it's just funny because people, you know, we were thinking, is the comeback on? Is the comeback on? Also, you know, Aubameyang, he's going to be our striker. He's going to do this, that. He's going to be fantastic. He's going to propel us to be one of the great sides again. He's just bottled it as per Arsenal usual. He's gone right as he always done. Oh shit! I've just dropped my bottle of milk. Oh, sorry, I didn't explain to you. He missed a penalty. It got saved. It got saved. So, yeah. Jesus. Arsenal are coming on the attack here. I haven't even watched it. I've been laughing. Oh, my cheeks hurt. Oh. Oh, funny that, isn't it? It was just Arsene Wenger's reaction was just shake of the head as well. Nimbambiang. This is live football, yeah. This is a live watch-along. I'm 54 minutes, 55 seconds into the game. No, I am interested in describing things. I was just laughing at it. It was funny. Mate, if you watch the first half, I've been describing the whole thing. But Aubameyang, sorry, I better go into detail. I just got caught up in a laughing fit. Basically, Mkhitaryan won a penalty. Aubameyang stepped up to take it. And he went bottom right, as he always does, and Ederson saved it. The reason I'm laughing is because I've been passionate about Arsenal being so shambolic, but it's just funny, isn't it? It's just funny how awful they are. They get one opportunity to where they can at least get a consolidation goal, where they can sort of, you know, make amends, where they can sort of maybe, you know, it's to come back on. But realistic, they've just balled it again. It's still 3-0 and they've missed a penalty. And it's just funny. I do apologise that I haven't been describing this second half. I just got caught up, didn't I? Marshall Malice, why is the stadium so empty? Purely because it's difficult to get to the stadium because there's been so much snow recently in England. Ball into Sane, but it didn't quite come off. Jesus, right, we've got to start watching this now. Is Mark here? Is Mark here? No one can say anything bad about Sanes. He is the best at interacting with fans. John Parkinson, big up, mate. Big up. Cheers, mate. 3-0 up, 56 minutes in. Obviously, Aubameyang missed a penalty. Can we see Arsenal getting a goal? I don't think so, I'll be honest with you. But they have looked more passionate. I mean, that should be the minimum. They've looked more driven, more... You know, like I said, passionate to get a goal, to actually do something in this game. It's a little bit late, you know, you're 45 minutes in and you're 3-0 down, that's when you wake up, you know, come on. It's not good enough, but, you know, they're doing better. They're doing better, put it that way. Do I agree with VAR? Do not get me started on that, mate. Don't get me started. So glad we got Sanchez away from Arsenal. Such a toxic club. It is. Arsenal in the attack here. Foul. That's a foul. It's a foul. Gundogan, that should be a yellow card yet. He stopped a counter-attack there. They're taking it early, but ref's not allowing them to. So look, guys, I've been telling you so much about the game. If you are new to the channel, I do usually comment more about the game. I think we're getting a bit of lag. I do apologise. But I do usually comment a little bit more about the game. It's just the fact that, you know, I want to interact with the comments because you guys make the channel and that's why the live comments are there, so I can interact with you guys. But yeah, I was sorry. I just caught up in a laughing fit there. It was funny that Arsenal missed that penalty, put it that way. It was very funny. 14 subscribers until 23,100. That'd be massively appreciated. If we could get to that point, share the video, like it as well. I'll tell you what, I'm really enjoying this stream. It's passionate. We've got goals. We've got a shambolic side. We've got funny things happening. We've got a lot of interaction with you guys. I'm absolutely loving doing the watch-alongs at the moment. So I appreciate all the support you give me and all the opinions you give me as well. Because, you know, you give me different sides to the argument, which is, you know, as a football fan, is all you want, isn't it? If you guys haven't synced up with me as of yet, we are 58 minutes, 35 seconds into the game. So pause your TV. We are 58 minutes, 40 seconds, 41, 42, 43. There you go. It's on Sky Sports. What is this lag? I know, David, we're dipping in and out. Not David, Dylan, sorry. We're dipping in and out of lag. Hopefully, it's just coming back now. Hopefully, it's not too bad. But yeah. Platic says, brilliant watch long. Look, big up. You know, it would be nothing without you guys. It really would be nothing without you guys. Only a matter of time until it's 4-0. Chris Windle. Yeah, well, Arsenal have been better so far this half. They have got more of the possession. They've showed more attacking intent. Well, there you go. They've got 62% of the possession this second half. So they have been better this half. They have. But it's 45. It's 3 goals in 45 minutes too late, isn't it? You know, you shouldn't have to go 3-0 down 45 minutes into the game for you to finally go, you know what, we might turn up here. That's no excuse. Pankaj hates my laugh. Me too, mate. I hate my hairline as well, but I can't change that either. I can't change my laugh, so we'll go with it. Yusuf rates me. Cheers, mate. You made my day. You really have. Too little, too late. Platic's hit the nail on the head. It is too little, too late. Precisely that. You know, regardless of what they do, you know, they're a shambles of a club. They're a shambles of a side, and it's inexcusable what they've done today. It really is. You know, they've got half an hour left to try and put it back. If they could come back from it, it would, you know, that would obviously be good, but it would still tell, you know, there's still something wrong. You cannot come off the back of a 3-0 cup final loss and have such a lack of passion. There is something wrong with you if you are doing that, and Arsenal have had that today. You know, if they come back, yes, it would show fight. Yes, it would show passion. Yes, it would show resilience. Yes, it would show mental strength, but there is something wrong within that dressing room, within the board, within the managerial staff, that you are going into a game against the side that you've just lost 3-0 against in the cup final, and you turn up like you did with that lack of effort. There is something wrong with you and in the side. It's true, isn't it? Oh. 61 minutes into the game. What's Welbeck doing? Kolasinac throw-in. Right, well, they've won it back. Kevin De Bruyne nutmegs Kolasinac. David Silva on the ball here. Plays it into Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne. They're knocking it about nicely. This is the thing. You know, Arsenal are trying to press them high. They're showing intensity. They're showing a passion and drive to win it back. But City, they're just knocking it about. You know, they're knocking it about you. And they're so good with the ball under pressure. They really are. They're knocking it about nicely. 62 minutes into the game. If you guys, want to sink in with me. Aguero, he's dropping quite deep, Aguero. I think that's a sign of frustration for him. Obviously, Arsenal did have the majority of the possession this half. I think Aguero might not be frustrated, but he might want to get on the ball a little bit more this half. Hence why he's dropping deeper. 2 subscribers until 23,100. Fantastic if we could get to that. You're not sitting in your chair, probably. I'm not, am I? There we go. $23,100 subscribers. Thanks all for subscribing. You know, I really do appreciate it. You know, obviously today has been an eventful watch along. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. We've still got a little while to go, so But yeah, cheers everyone for subscribing. I do really appreciate it. Can you believe they got Bernardo Silva for just 44 million? What a bargain. I thought it was 60. I might be wrong, but I thought it was 60. Moyes is worse than Wenger. I don't know about that. Mike Schmalling. Indeed. Got a bit of frizz going on today. Grundo, there you go. There's your hi, mate. Cheers everyone for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. Arsenal free. Look, City have regaining possession. This is what they do so smart. It's game management, isn't it? They understand Arsenal were getting a bit of momentum there. They were getting ahead. They were starting to get on the front foot a little bit. They got a penalty. They missed it, but they were getting forward and forward more. What City are doing now is keeping the ball. Bore them to death. Let's just keep the ball and just calm down, right? Let's keep the ball. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, if the opposition don't have the ball, they cannot score. City are just calming down, managing the game. They're 3-0 up. Let's just keep the ball, knock it about nicely, and just stop Arsenal's momentum. And they're doing that very successfully. A Crispy Krems, I presume you're an Arsenal fan. He says, we're playing better, but it's still not enough. By no means enough. You know, whatever happened in this game, that first half performance is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Wenger sacked tonight. I don't think you're seeing Wenger sacked tonight. I don't think you're seeing Wenger sacked tonight. Arsenal, a tin pot club. Chris says Sander does a great job. Just less volume required from when I watch Mark. Yeah, the thing is, chaps, I understand the audio quality on these streams aren't fantastic compared to when Mark does them. That's because I record these off this microphone. But Mark does it off a mic called Blue Yeti. I don't have that. I don't have the finances to get that. It does cost a bit of money. So I'm going to work towards that. I'm going to save up my pocket money, lads, and try and get that. And hopefully, in maybe a month's time, maybe a little bit more, I can afford the mic and improve the quality of the audio of this. So hopefully, it won't be as scratchy for you in your ears. I do understand that, and I do understand. When I get loud and passionate, it might hurt because it's a scratchy audio quality. So I apologise for that. I do. Who to replace Wenger? Luis Garcia. Well, I talked to Jared about this the other day on the stream. I think this was... There's papers on the pitch. I think this was during the City-Arsenal game. And I said, it's a risk, and Arsenal fans wouldn't be happy with it. But I think Eddie Howe would do good at Arsenal. It's a risk, and he plays that Arsenal way. What he's done with a side like Bournemouth, people forget, Bournemouth aren't a Premier League side. He's brought them up through the ranks of English in the English Football League. And he's done so well, and not only that, but the way he's got them to where they are is fantastic. And I think one day, he's young, one day he will need to make that step, and who will take a risk on him, I don't know, but I think he'd suit Arsenal nicely. He's English, he plays that right style of football, but maybe what Arsenal need to replace Wenger is someone to steady the ship, maybe win them a league so Arsenal fans are nice and happy, steady the ship, get things all right, get a decent midfield and defence in, instill a bit of passion again for 2-3 years, then bring in an Eddie Howe. Maybe that's a better way to go about it. Reggie's off to bed. Reggie, the Leicester fan, cheers, man. Appreciate you joining and subscribing, etc. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Bernardo Silva on the attack here. Bernardo Silva, Manchester City. But Arsenal win it back. Bernardo Silva pushed off the ball quite easily there. Aubameyang over the top here as a poor ball. If it was a little bit more central, that ball over the top, Aubameyang might have been able to get it on goal. But he's now going to put a cross in. It does get blocked by Otamendi very well. It was a good block. He threw himself in front of the ball. It goes out for an Arsenal throw-in. Will I be presenting at the United Stand in near future? Mate, I mean, dreams come true, don't they? That's what they say. So I hope so one day. I love you, Sanders, and your commentary. Thank you, bud. An Arsenal fan, KMTV. We all know Wenger should go, but who will replace him? I've just mentioned the steady the ship, then Eddie Howe thing. Such a hostile atmosphere at the Emirates, says Pratik. I can't actually hear it because, people often ask me, why don't you show the game? Because that's copyright infringement. The audio, if I show the audio, even that could get this stream taken down. So, that's why I don't have it on. What do I think Arsenal need? I think they need a new manager and a bit of inspiration. I think they need owners to actually invest money in the club rather than take money from it. I think they need a defensive, strong midfielder. I think they need better attacking midfielder. I think their strike force is okay, but I fear that they are bottlers, and therefore just revamp the whole squad. Revamp the whole squad. Because they're bottlers. No passion. Whether that's from the manager, I think so, but, you know, it's not a new thing that we've seen Ozil bottle it, you know? No, Wenger is not a complete failure. Let's be respectful here. He won them the league in 2003-04 without losing. He won them the league two other times. I don't know the years, but 2 other times as well. Got them to a Champions League final. Prior to that, prior to Arsene Wenger's recruitment, Arsenal finished in the places of 6th, 5th, 4th, 5th, 6th. So he's done well. But in recent years, he's been a disappointment, and he's been not good enough and not up to the standards he'd previously set for himself. And I said earlier in the show, I don't know exactly how the quote goes, forgive me, but it goes something along the lines of, it's very common. You can become the hero, and you can be the hero, or you stay to be as long to see yourself become the villain. I mean, I butchered that. But it's something along those lines, isn't it? And it's, I think that's what he's done. He loves the club, and he thinks that he can each year win something and win the league and get the Champions League. But I think he's blinded by love. And as cringy as that may sound, I think he loves the club too much. And if he does have such an affectionate and strong love and passion for the club, leave Arsenal. Leave Arsenal, because you're ruining it. Not only are you ruining the form, the players, your position, but you're ruining the reputation of the club. You're now known throughout Europe as a joke. As a joke. Simple as that. You either die a hero or live long enough to become a villain. There you go. KMTV, I presume you're an Arsenal fan, says, I just want the season to end. Look, I presume you wouldn't want the next season to start either, because there's no hope. And if Arsene Wenger keeps his job, there is no aspiration. There is no inspiration. There's no, there's no drive. There's no passion anymore in that club. It's been sucked out. How do you have so much energy? A lot of Red Bulls. A lot of Red Bulls, mate. I'm joking. A cup of tea. I had a cup of tea before this. I'm not watching the game live, says Rising Star, Shiloh. Yes, I am watching the game live. This is a live stream watch-along. If you are new to the channel, basically the concept of this, I watch the game, comment on it, give my live reactions and my opinions on the game. I watch it with you guys at home. I can't, unfortunately, show the game because that would be illegal. But I watch it with you guys. And we share opinions and talk and have banter, and that's the way it is. So if you are new to the channel, get subscribing, like it, share it as per usual, and get involved in the community, because something that this channel has so much, and it's taken away from the United Stand. It's taken the idea off that, but we've got such a great community, and I'm getting to know you guys in the comments. You guys are getting to know me, and that's the way it works. Without you guys, this channel would be nothing. It would be nothing. So. Spanish milk is alright, it's decent. I don't know, I've got to watch the game a little bit more. We're on 72 minutes in, essentially. Well, I'm 71, 54, 55, 56, 57, 71 minutes, 58, 59, 60. That's if you guys want to pause your TV and sync up with me. Do you think De Gea will leave? I think... no, I don't think so. Do you think Wenger will leave at the end of the season? He should. He should. And I think... I hope so for Arsenal. I really do. Lads, I'm so happy. I absolutely love this stream. Obviously, it's fizzled out a little bit. I better watch the game a little bit more. I'm running out, obviously, as I always do, of energy in the latter stages of the watch-along. But cheers, everyone, for tuning in. I don't know how many views you've had at any point in this stream, but I do appreciate everyone that has tuned in, has listened to me waffle for 2 hours about football, 1 hour and 44 minutes. So cheers all, appreciate it a lot. And everyone that subscribes, round of applause to you. Round of applause to you. Do you think Arsenal fans are being disrespectful to Wenger, or do you think it's justified? I think it is justified. I think you know that banner that DT brings out is the perfect banner. Thanks for the memories, Arsene, but it's time to go. That's exactly how it is. Thanks for the memories. We've appreciated exactly what you've done for the club, but you've got to go. You've got to go because we are no longer enjoying the football. There is no more passion. We are losing hope. We are becoming a joke. We don't support the players on the pitch anymore because they don't support the club. You know, it's the way it is. I think it's just. I think it's just. What team do I support? I'm a Manchester United fan on this channel. I try and separate that side of myself and try and see it from all fans' perspective. It's difficult at times, but I try and be as neutral as possible. So if I am ever being a Manchester United biased, then let me know. Tell me why you disagree with me, because that's what this channel's about. Interaction. Whoa. Lowell says it's the best. Wenger was the best manager of his time. Sorry. This is where my Manchester United bias is going to come in. I need to remind you of a little man called Sir Alex Ferguson. 13 Premier Leagues, 2 Champions Leagues. Don't be silly now. Don't be silly. Pedro Romero, I can't unfortunately read your Spanish. I'm sorry. I'm living here at the moment, so hopefully my Spanish will get better. But if you could Google Translate it and put it in the comments, I know it's a bit of effort, but hopefully I'll be able to interact with you more. Daniel doesn't like me. I'm a Real Madrid fan. I'm not, but we'll go with it. I think he's referring to the time I wore a Real Madrid shirt. Nice one, mate. Still a Manchester United fan, pal. Arsenal going to lose against AC Milan, says Football Red Devils. With the way they're going in this game and the passion that they're showing, they bloody well should. I think another factor, maybe, it's not excusable, and I'm not making excuses for Arsenal here, but maybe why Arsenal have been slightly less, there's no excuse. But what I was going to say was, the league is irrelevant. I don't know how many points they are behind 4th place, but they're not getting top 4, so maybe they're concentrating solely on the Europa League. But that still doesn't give you an excuse to put in the lacklustre performance they have done today. Arsenal fans pay good money. I think they pay the most amount of money out of any set of fans throughout the Premier League to see this side play and to see you not always win, but at least put 100% in. And they have not even given 50 today, those Arsenal players. They haven't. Who can stop City? Quite a few teams. I think Man United could do it. I do. I think, give Jose Mourinho the summer and an extra season. Give him a bit more money, and I think you could see him stop him. I think, the likes of PSG, Real Madrid, Barcelona, I think they could stop him. I think they could. Wigan, they could stop City. Cheers all for subscribing. We hit 23,100. We've actually surpassed that and got to 23,115. So I do appreciate everyone that has subscribed. Could we hit 23,130 today? That'd be an extra 15 subscribers. That would keep me in the job for an extra week. No, I'm joking. But yeah, the more subscribers, the better, because it's more interaction with you guys. What's your favourite player in the Premier League? Obviously, I've got to go Manchester United player. I'm going to go Eric Bailly because he makes me laugh. He makes me laugh. Coming up to 77 minutes now left in the game. Probably about 15 minutes left. I think Arsenal are just seeing it out now. So is City. I think they're just seeing it out. There's 15 minutes left, and I don't think I think it's damaged. Aguero's in here. Far corner. Oh Jesus, that's a good save by Petr Cech. The angle was tight, and Aguero did have men on him. Not on, but anyway. And the angle was tight, so it was a good save, but it was a difficult opportunity. But once again, look, one ball straight through that midfield and defence. There's no cohesion between that defence and midfield, but between those defensive players. There's no cohesion. They're all over the place. There's space in between. And that wasn't like it was a nice dodged run and he's made a fantastic run. It was a simple run in behind. It was a simple run in behind and he finds himself one-on-one with the keeper. Luckily for Arsenal, Petr Cech makes a fantastic save. But that's awful defending. The structure, the cohesion in that defence is inexcusable. It's dreadful. It's shambolic. Victoire said I'm very, very ugly. Cheers, mate. Appreciate it. I mean, I've got a little bit of fluff going on today with this. My hairline's a bit dodgy. Victoire says I'm an idiot. Could someone ban this kid, mate? Someone ban this kid. If you've got any moderators, someone ban Victoire. Just get him off. I'm not having that. I can let you disagree with me, mate. If you want to disagree with my points, that'd be fine. I don't have a problem with you disagreeing with me, like I said. But if you're just gonna just shout abuse, tell me to shut up, you could do one, pal, mate. You can absolutely do one. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. Adios, amigos. I don't like him. He's not my amigo. 78 minutes into the game, 3-0. I mean, can he get there? Could Aguero get there? No. I'm related to Gareth Bale. I've not heard it for the first time, pal. I've not heard it for the first time. Yeah, get rid of him, the Victoire mug. See you later, mate. You'll have to make a new account, mug. "79 minutes into the game. Like I said, it's dying out a little bit now. The sting's lost to it. Arsenal don't, they know they can't win. They're still trying to go forward, but I mean, it's very lackluster. It's very slow. It's boring. There's just no passion. They don't look like they really desperately want to win, do they? City, yeah, they're doing well. Red card for Victoire. Adios. Thanks, Louise. Appreciate it. Thanks, everyone, for giving me support. Drown out those haters. No one needs them in their life. Look, like I said, like David said, don't listen to the haters. Shh, I hit the bed. My lighting's gone. Ignore that. Cheers, all. Anyway, moving on. Like I was saying, ignore the haters. Look, I don't have a problem if you disagree with my points. If you think Martial's better than Sane, fine. This, that, the other. But don't tell me to shut up. Don't just shout abuse. Just waiting for your comments about the light. "80 minutes. Where now, chaps? Where now for Arsenal Football Club? Where now for Arsene Wenger? Let me know. What do you guys think? What I will say is, here's an interesting thing I haven't touched on. Wilshere not included in the squad today. The man is the only one that really shows passion and fight, shows that he loves the club. He's not playing, and today we've seen. I think if Wilshere was on the pitch, if Wilshere was is captain of that side today, I think you might see a different Arsenal. Without him, no passion. So does Wilshere need to play? Is that a must? Is that maybe somewhere to improve? I don't know where Arsenal can go. I don't know where Wenger can go. I mean, out the door, I guess. But that you can't. I don't think they'll sack him mid-season. I don't think they will. I think they'll wait to the end of the season. So what now? You don't. I mean, seriously, at this rate, they might even slip to 7th, 8th. They really could go that bad. They really could. The board is so bad they'll probably keep Wenger. I mean, bloody hell if they do. Wenger back to France, Wenger out, Wenger out. How you doing, Tan Fly? How you doing? Wilshere is Wenger out. He doesn't want to play. Paul Nacho, he's another one. Louis says Arsenal will see out his last year at Arsenal and Wilshere will leave in the summer. If Wilshere leaves, mate, Arsenal Fan TV, get your notifications on because he's the only one that shows a bit of passion. And if he leaves, bloody hell. Pratik says he reckons that Wenger gave up before the game started. But if that is the case, that's inexcusable. This would be the perfect stage to get the Arsenal fans a little bit back on side again. You've beaten number 1 in the league. You've put on a good performance. You've scored goals. You've almost made up for that cup final loss. You haven't. You've done the same thing, if not worse. Awful. Awful. What's your favourite national team in the World Cup? In the World Cup, obviously, I'm from Holland, so obviously not in it. Go England. I lived there for 16 years of my life, so go England. Wilshere has to leave. He deserves better. He does deserve better, but I think Wilshere will be there till he retires. I'll be honest. I know some, but they will riot. Yeah, exactly. Where's Sanogo when you need him? I think Wenger has lost the dressing room. I think Wenger has, it's not that he's passionate and he's lost the players' passion for him. He's no longer passionate. Do you know what I mean? He's the problem. And the players are as well. I mean, if you thought there were hardly any fans in the crowd to start with, they're all leaving now. I've got a question for the Arsenal fans, though. Is there a fire drill? 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 I am Dutch, yeah. Well, basically, put it this way. I've told this story at numerous occasions. But parents are both Dutch. Mum moved to England when she was pregnant with me, with my dad. I was born in England. Lived there for 16 years of my life until August this year when I moved to Spain to live with my dad. After my GCSEs, I thought, why not? Give it a go. Better weather, better way of life. Get on my dad very well as well. So there's my little backstory for you guys. I can speak Dutch indeed. I actually feel sorry for Arsenal Fan TV. I do as well. I feel sorry for Arsenal Fan TV because it's no longer rants, is it? It's no longer rants. It's just lost again, Robbie. We've just lost again. It's just disappointment. They've ranted so much. It's got to the stage where it's just like, what can you do? What can you do? Because ranting, as they've seen, banners, protests, rants, they make no difference. Wenger will go when he wants to go. Simple as that. Yeah, we're nearly at 33,130. Guys, can we get 7 more subscribers to hit that? That'd be fantastic if we could. Paul Robbie, indeed. John Parkinson says, I feel for the signings such as Aubameyang and Lacazette. Couldn't read the rest of the comment, but I do. I feel... But then again, you can't feel sorry for Aubameyang because he's given the opportunity to put a penalty away at the beginning of the second half, get them to 3-1. That would get them a little bit more in the game. That might give them some momentum and a potential comeback would be on. Unlikely, I know. But he was given that opportunity and he bottled it. He missed it. I mean, it is still funny. It is still funny to laugh at them, isn't it? David Silva coming off here for Gabriel Jesus. That's another thing. Before the team, before the team, I said, didn't I? If Arsenal need to change this game, if Arsenal need to back into their game, they've got Alex Iwobi, Nketiah, and Maitland-Niles as striker options. This is Arsenal Football Club we're talking about. One of the most prestigious, best clubs in England. No matter if you like them or not, they're a classy club with heritage, with history, with league titles, with FA Cups. They've got Nketiah, Iwobi, and Maitland-Niles on the bench for their attacking options. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. Literally, now in the stands, it literally looks like a reserve team game, because there's more people not in this, there's more seats not taken up than seats taken, if you know what I mean. "87 minutes into the game. Let's see how much added time there is. I don't think there'll be too many. I reckon there'll be about 3 minutes of added time. I always try and predict it and get it right. They're not a top club anymore, but that's so sad, don't you think? It's funny, but it's sad. It is sad. It's embarrassing. The rivalry between Manchester United and Arsenal was something that was real. The emotion was real. The passion was real. Because both teams were going for the title. Both teams had passionate players with a lot of quality. Do you not think that's sad that will no longer be? I think so. Because I don't like Arsenal. I find it hilarious when they lose. But when you see a side devoid of any passion, and confidence. And you see a manager, a great one like Arsene Wenger, devoid of any passion, embarrassed on the touchline. For me, that's sad. It is sad for football. It's sad for football. 88 minutes into the game. Deadpool Universe says, do you think English clubs will dominate in the Champions League with the pedigree of managers? I think next season, 100%. I think this season, all English sides have got to do is show that that period of transition is coming to an end. And that we are a force to be reckoned with again. They won't dominate. I don't think an English side will win it. I think, obviously, Manchester City have the best chance. But next season, I think you could see 2 teams, English sides in the semi-finals, maybe, you know, maybe even an all-English final. I really do think that. I really do. Would you guys agree with me about the sad thing, or do you guys think it's just funny? Favourite Dutch player has to be Robin van Persie. Oh, Robin van Persie. Oh, Robin van Persie. Oh, 20 times, Man United. 20 times. Sorry, this isn't the United stand. That was unprofessional of me, and that was Manchester United bias. I'm sorry. I do apologise. I shall not do it again. John Parkin says, I feel for Lacazette and Albert are being put into a shadow team they play for. Yeah, they are put into a shadow. Real Madrid will win the Champions League again for me, George Carl. That would be ridiculous if they did it 3 times in a row. Sane, man of the match. Yeah, let's talk about man of the match. I think Sane, probably, I would go with Sane. Yeah, he's been absolutely fantastic on that, on the wing. Yeah, he has actually been given the man of the match. So, yeah, I'd go with that as well. Tis sad. Tis. Guys, can we get 4 more subscribers just to tap the day off? Cap the day off, that's what I meant, not tap the day off. With 23,130 subscribers. That'd be fantastic if you could do that. Two minutes of added time. I mean, that's hardly anything for a full time. I think that might be one of the minimum amount of added time possible. So on the future, United stand host, says Manchester United. I sincerely hope so, mate. I really do. 2 more subscribers until 23,130. Iron Robin Faith Dutch. Yeah, he's a legend of Holland. He really is. Fantastic player. It's so ridiculous, isn't it, that a player, you know which way he's going every time. You know he's going to go on his left foot, but you can't stop him because he's so fast. And when he gets onto that left foot, night-night. 23. The Game at the Gunner has subscribed. Kaylee Walker has subscribed. Spalio has subscribed. I mean, thanks to everyone that has subscribed. It's been an absolutely fantastic stream. What do you beckon note said at the United game on Sunday? Was it part of the bus? I think it was show a bit of fight. I don't know what it was, but I definitely noticed a change in Matic after that. Thanks for everyone for subscribing. It's an Arsenal corner here. Gets headed out. We're a minute into the 2 minutes of added time. I feel sorry for Wenger, to be honest. It's like he's scared to let go of Arsenal. He is 68 after all, says Michael Van Gogh. And maybe he's in that stage, yeah. Maybe he's in that, he can't let go. He loves the club too much. He just can't let go. And that is sad, isn't it? Chris, I'd love to share the presenting on the United stand with Mark. But unfortunately, I think I'd get a lot of abuse because they're used to Mark. As I did when I first started this channel. They're used to Mark and they don't like change. They don't like change. Who's this guy? Doesn't know what he's talking about. But, you know, I'd love to do it. I would. That's full time, chaps. Full time in the game. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Good night, everyone. It's been a shambolic performance from Arsenal. A fantastic one, though, from Manchester City. Obviously, it was a missed penalty by Aubameyang early on in the second half to maybe get them back into the game. But it was too little, too late from Arsenal. No passion. A shambolic team with a shambolic level of passion and drive and resilience. It's awful, it's sad, but it's been a good stream. It's been a good watch along. I've massively enjoyed it. Thanks for the subscribers, everyone. Thanks for your support throughout it. I shall see you on the weekend. Either with the Chelsea versus City game or the Atletico versus Barca. We will be doing both, but I think we'll split it between me and Mark. Appreciate it, everyone, for joining me. I shall see you soon. Thanks, everyone. Good night. Nice one.